Ladies and gentlemen, this is her first performance of this kind. Big things happening on this stage right now. She is only 13 years old. Can we please welcome to the stage Izzie Newton-Cross.
Now, I could easily come up here and start ranting on about men and how they take everything for granted and how the world would be a much more peaceful place if we harvested them all for sperm and then just killed them all. That's an actual thing. But I'm not. Do you know why? Because women aren't so hot either. I'm one and I don't even fully understand them. You know that moment, men, when a woman asks you what you think of what they're wearing? I've seen it many a time with my parents. It's like chess. You play the wrong move and you lose your queen. So you go through the list of things you can say in your head, all the possible outcomes. You say lovely, she might get angry and say that you're just saying that to not get her angry. If you say a little bit chubby, even if it's true, you are dead. Even if you go into a full-on Shakespearean poem on how beautiful she looks, she might take that as you saying that she looks old. So, you've all done it. You decide to settle on one simple word. Fine. Now, only a couple of men have been able to survive by saying that their loved one looks fine. They are gay. You know what my advice is? When asked this question, just leave the room. Firstly, it'll give you a head start if she decides to chase you down the street. Secondly, she might think that you didn't hear her. Or thirdly, she might realize the corner she put you in and stop asking. Okay, so I haven't had a boyfriend yet because, don't say aw, because I feel it is weird when you're this young, and because the last time I actually talked to a boy was a couple weeks ago, because I go to an all-girls school, was a couple weeks ago when I was walking to school, and this boy from my old school caught my eye. He did that head nod sup thing that I'd never be cool enough to pull off. So he was walking towards me on this thin footpath and was like, "Hey, Izzie." And do you know what I did? Just to clarify that in my old school, I was kind of that funny, but not at all creepy girl that was in some way cool, but no one knew why person. So to show that I was still funny-ish, and not like every other girl sounding like it was a godsend that a boy was actually talking to them, I did this. Hello. As soon as I said it, I realized how creepy it was, but he had already walked on and I couldn't apologize. It was absolutely mortifying. So anyways, I don't have a boyfriend. But I don't know what to expect when the day finally comes, because it seems so good way back in the old days. Men opened doors for women and they always paid for dinner. You do any of that nowadays, it'd be considered sexist. Opening a door for women, it's all like, oh, you didn't think I was strong enough to do that on my own, did you? Suspicious. Even a kind gesture as paying for dinner suddenly becomes the most difficult thing in the world. It's all like, I'll pay. Oh, don't be silly, I'll pay. Oh no, I'll pay. Oh, I'll pay. Oh, fine then, we'll split it. Fine, you cheap bastard. You know, men have it very hard. They're always doing things to please the woman, and rightfully so, because women have struggled so much to even become equals to men, but now they've just decided to grasp onto literally anything they can complain about. So I'm going to do the opposite, to create some balance, because with balance comes peace. We should leave the toilet seat up for men's convenience. Why is it that there are no plus-size male models? If in a relationship the woman is 30 years older, she's a cougar. If the man's 30 years older, he's a creep. We should let men decorate one room in the house that isn't the man cave. Why is it that women can complain about the unrealisticness of a Barbie, but men can't do the same about literally any male rom-com character? And lastly, Everyone says that a man is in charge of the remote, but who is really in charge of what you watch? That's right, the woman. And on that last note, I rest my case. Thank you.